Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. I hope you're doing amazing this Monday morning. Today we are reacting to the perfect Cajun crawfish boil with spicy butter. And that's because I like to torture myself with food that is simply out of reach at the moment. Since I watched reacted to the Texas barbecue video, no food has hit the spot. I haven't enjoyed a meal as thoroughly as I should because it's just not what I want. It's not hitting the spot. And a crawfish boil is something I've wanted to try for years. I've watched so many videos on YouTube about a crawfish boil, and it's not only the food that they're eating, but the atmosphere. They look like such a great time. People all enjoying their company, sucking on a crawfish head, having a sip of cold beer, and just embracing it and enjoying life. That's what it's about, isn't it? So it's something that I have to try when I come over there. Crawfish is probably on par, if not a bit higher than the Texas barbecue or the actual barbecue. If I could mix them both, and I would do that happily. I would enjoy both at the same time happily if that's even an option. So yeah, it's something that I'm really desperate to try. This video is a bit different. It's not cooked outside over like a gas burner. It appears like it's cooked in a kitchen, but that's because I couldn't find any videos that I haven't actually seen on a crawfish boil. So this is the one I've picked out for today. If you haven't done so already, please make sure you hit the subscribe button, and if you're feeling extra frisky, you may as well hit the like button as well. I do have a buy me a coffee page down in the description if anyone wants to buy a coffee to help support the channel, but if you don't stress, just watch the video. And without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's get into the perfect Cajun crawfish boil with spicy butter.
You may not be on the bayou, but you sure can make your house smell like it. First, we're gonna make what I'm calling Josh's Holy Boil seasoning. That's holy boil, by the way. In a medium-sized bowl, add a third a cup of smoked paprika, 3/4 of a cup of Old Bay seasoning, 3 tablespoons of ground cayenne, 2 tablespoons of mustard powder, 3.5 tablespoons of kosher salt, 2 tablespoons of sugar, 3 tablespoons of fresh ground black pepper, and 1 tablespoon of coriander seeds that have been lightly toasted and ground finely. I used a mortar and pestle to grind.
Hey, I got that mortar and pestle. That's a lot of spice, isn't it? But this is something that the food just looks amazing because it's seasoned. Geez, like there's been so many times in the UK, especially when I'd go somewhere, like I went over to someone's house for a meal, and I was like, do you not even have salt on your food? This is so bland. So I love a good bit of seasoning. I'm from South Africa originally, so I like the heat and the seasoning and spices. It all adds to it, doesn't it?
2 teaspoons of dried thyme, which I like to crush in between my fingers to get it even finer. Now give that some whiskey business until thoroughly combined, and that is your incredible seasoning. And before we get our low country ball going, let's make some spicy Cajun butter. You want this, trust me. Don't skip or papa no kiss you ever. In a medium-sized sauce pot, add 1 pound of unsalted butter, aggressively, I suppose. Heat that over medium heat, and let that chonky boy melt down until completely melted. Then add 12 cloves of garlic. Yes. 12
the more garlic, the better. I love garlic. I could never be a vampire, ladies and gentlemen. The biggest patch in our garden at the moment is garlic, because I eat so much. Like, I eat garlic daily. I love garlic, so I'm happy he's added so much.
Completely melted. Then add 12 cloves of garlic. Yes, 12 cloves that have been peeled, crushed, and minced. Let that cook for about 2 to 3 minutes, stirring often.
Oh, I can imagine that smell.
Very soft. Then add 3 tablespoons of my holy boil seasoning, 1 tablespoon of smoked paprika, and 2 tablespoons of Old Bay seasoning. Stir that together and let it cook for another 30 seconds or until the spices are lightly toasted and fragrant. That is some of the most addicting stuff you will ever place on your tongue. Now, to prepare your boil, you need a very large pot and a perforated insert for that. More specifically, a seafood boil pot that's about 40 quarts in size. Just trust me, this is how a proper boil is done. Fill that bad boy up with water until it reaches a little over the top of your strainer that's inside. Place it on a stove that ideally has a large stock burner on it.
Jesus, I can't imagine that thing on our gas stove. It'll take a month to start boiling. We've only got the little burners. That'll take so long.
And get that water boiling. It will take some time, so while that's going, let's prep our veg, meat, and seafood. First, cut 2 lemons into slices, 2 heads of garlic cut in half like this, 2 yellow onions that are very roughly chopped, and 6 whole ears of corn that have been peeled and cut in half to get these cute little guys. And that's our veg. Now for the sausage, I like to get 2 pounds of large smoked cooked sausage, then just cut those into 2 to 3 inch segments. Now let's talk seafood. This is a special boil, so it calls for a very special ingredient from my homies at Regalis Foods. A whole king crab.
Yes. Jesus! You see, I cannot get anything like that here. I can't get crawfish, I can't get prawns in the shells, I can't get anything like that, and it freaking frustrates my...
Play around here, you understand? In my case, I went ahead and just broke those down to get these 2 lovely meaty clusters. Obviously, freshness like this is unbeatable, but 2 clusters from your local grocery store will do just fine. Next up, we have our crawfish. I got about 40 of these guys, which is about 2.5 or so pounds. Now, a lot of people argue about purging them. Should you not, blah, 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 blah. Look, the way I do it is I just cover these guys with fresh water, let them sit for about 8 minutes, then drain the water, fill it again to cover, gently stir, drain once more, then simply fill and drain one last time for a total of 2 rinses to clean these guys up nicely. Also, if that freaks you out, you can also just use shrimp. By now, your water should start getting all steamy. Oh la la, steamy, big, chunky pot. Go ahead and add your sliced lemons. Be sure to burn Vikram by accident. Oops. Your rough chopped onions. Optionally, 1 tablespoon of handashi and 1 cup of shiradashi, which is also optional. Your garlic, 5 bay leaves. Then using a paddle, if you're a true bayou man, give that a gentle stir. Then add all of your
I was literally just gonna say he hasn't seasoned the water, and that's usually what I've seen on all the crawfish boils is how much they season that water so it just soaks into the crawfish. And oh man, this is like
oil seasoning. Give that a thorough stir, taste and season it to adjust salt levels if needed. Oh, also don't forget 2 tablespoons of crystal hot sauce for that extra kaplyow. Once that reaches a rolling boil, add 15 whole red potatoes to the pot. Let that cook for 10 to 15 minutes or till the potatoes are just
Is he gonna put mushrooms?
But not quite yet. If you fully cook them, they'll be mushed later. Once your potatoes are almost ready, add in your sausage, give that a good stir. From there, you're gonna add 2 to 3 pounds of crawfish, 2 clusters of king crab legs, 2.5 pounds of head-on shrimp. These are tiger shrimp. Again, like I said before, if you don't want your crawfish, you could do all shrimp, which would total out to about 5 to 6 pounds of shrimp. Give that a very gentle stir to make sure everything is evenly distributed in your fatty pot. Optionally, you can cover the pot, then lightly reduce the temperature and let it gently boil for 10 minutes. At this point, your entire home should smell like angel tears, and as soon as that 10 minutes is up,
man, I can imagine the smell. And just while the way he's doing it, the environment's a bit sterile, isn't it? I mean, I think one of the main appeals, no pun intended, but the main draws for the whole crawfish boil is the family or the community aspect of it for me. It's just sitting there with a bunch of people enjoying each other's company. The way he's doing it's really sterile. You're in your kitchen, you're on your own, apart from whoever's filming you. You just sit there and suck on a crawfish on your own. I'm sure it still tastes amazing, but it's the environment that's missing.
10 minutes. At this point, your entire home should smell like angel tears. And as soon as that 10 minutes is up, immediately turn off the heat and add your corn. Gently stir once more and let the corn sit for 5 minutes or until it's nice and hot. No mushy corn, please. I'm sick of it. Please do it this way. Now for the moment of truth. Get yourself an innocent table. Cover it with butcher paper or newspapers. Carefully lift up and drain your boil out of its liquid, and taking great care, dump and spread it all over your table.
God.
Yes, this is the only way to do it justice. Now for your piece de resistance.
I forgot about that as well. The garlicky, spicy
then
butter.
smother your incredible boil with it. Get artistic, sling it, slang it, but be sure to leave a good amount of it on the side for people to get a little ramekin and drizzle it on every
Even that corn looks so
then all you
good.
need to do is snap, crack, and pull out some juicy crab, douse it in butter, eat, live, laugh, and stuff yourself until you're physically ill.
Oh man, this is not fair. Life is not fair, isn't it? While some people dream of sports cars and mansions, this is what is in my head. It's just awesome food. Like, I love food so much, and this makes me jealous. Like I said, the environment wouldn't do it for me, but I guarantee you if I was there, my beard would be full, my hands would be covered, my mouth would be covered in the sauce. I would be... It's a food orgasm, a foodgasm.
Oh, and enjoy.
The famous little man doing a little dance.
Don't play with your food, eat it.
Sausage, and I tossed in a little bit of these guys. Who's a little
King
it's all
prawns?
good, it's all beautiful.
No,
it's all ready to eat.
tiger
Never
prawns.
done this before. I highly recommend it. Whenever the pandemic is finished having its fun. You
Ah,
can do
that's
this
why
with
he's on
your
his
family,
own.
Your friends.
That's
and,
right.
Get together and enjoy a beautiful meal together, or you can eat it by yourself. There's no one right way to eat this, although there is a specific way to eat a crawfish. Get a crawfish. Boom, there he is, looking real cute. First off, remove the tail. All right, snap, it'll come right out, just like that. Look, you got the tail, snap that, all right, pull it off, and that'll get that thing out. You don't want the vein.
The
That'll
poo
get
shoot.
the vein right out. Now we have this tail almost ready, all right? Top, underside. Grab the underside on both sides, give it a little pull, and then the shell. Peel that off carefully, and there you go. Look, it's like a little lobster tail, little man. Crawfish, little potato, little butter. So you know you did a good job when the potatoes are cooked perfectly. Not mushy, not overcooked. They still hold their shape. If I squeeze it, it breaks, but it's Fluffy. Simple concept, all right? Crab leg, give a little snap. Biggest crab segment, all right? You cut down the top.
Oh,
Peel it back a
man.
little.
Didn't come out of one piece.
Piece of crab, butter. Insane. Insane. What do you want me to say? This isn't a but better, but this is better than everything. Corn. Cajuns, how do we do? Please, in the comments below. Cajuns, if I did terribly, please roast me. Now's your chance. If I did great, you all owe me $100 each, all right? Venmo will be in the link in the description. Thank you. You want to know what else is full of juicy crab legs, buttery dreams, and makes everyone just joyous?
I don't know if this is sponsor.
B-roll.
No, B-roll. I'm going to end it there because I don't know if that music's going to get me copywritten again. And I've got so many copyrights at the moment. These videos, I love making them and that, but sometimes when I'm uploading and I get that red alert that it's only going to be partially visible and there's a copyright, I'm gutted. So I'm not going to play anymore because, yeah, it makes me sad. But holy smokes, man, I am so jealous. This isn't fair. Now, I have tried in England, you could catch the red signal crayfish or whatever they are. Yeah, they signal crays in the canals and that. And I tried, like, I caught as many as I could. There's some photos on my Instagram. I'll stick my Instagram down in the description if you want to have a look. I think there's some photos there of my son when he was small. I haven't actually checked. There might not even be photos there, so I wouldn't worry about it. But, like, he was holding a load. But the difference was I couldn't get like 90% of the spices you guys get. Smoked paprika, obviously, pepper, yes, that's fine. Cayenne pepper as well. Yeah, I can get all that, but it's that boiled spice that you guys get in the bag, the ready-made up stuff that just looks like it sends it over the top with flavor. Yeah, so unfortunately, and I never got enough. I never got that enough for like a family of 4 to sit down and just dig in. I mean, the most I think we got in a day was 24 or something stupid. So yeah, it was a bit, I tried and I failed miserably because I'm going to blame the elements, not my cooking skills, even though my cooking skills probably added to the fact that it wasn't as good. But my son loves it. My son is like, he's exactly like me. He's not scared of eating anything. I mean, whenever we cook, we used to get sardines, fresh sardines, and I'd do them on the barbecue, on the grill, sorry. And the first thing he'd go for, the eyeballs. He'd literally suck the eyeballs out the sardine's head. He's hilarious. Or we'd break open hazelnuts. Sometimes there's worms. He doesn't care. He eats the worm as well. Anyway, guys, I'm going to end that one there because my mouth is absolutely watering. I'm not going to be able to match that with the lunch I'll have today, but I'm sure going to try. Anyway, I'll see you in the next video and have a great day. Peace. Oh, my back.